So, everyone, this is about the what's been in the headlines. A man has appeared in court, charged with the manslaughter and robbery of the 100-year-old widow who had her neck broken in a mugging. She suffered multiple injuries, including a fractured cheekbone, in an attack on the 28th of May, and died in hospital on Wednesday. A Polish bloke, 39, was charged on Friday and spoke only to confirm his name, address and nationality when he appeared at Southern Derbyshire Magistrates Court on Saturday, today. So I hope he gets what he deserves. Life. And next we've got the Queen's birthdays honours list, which is, we got Liverpool football great Kenny Dalglish, and Oscar-winning actress Emma Thompson are among the famous faces included on the Queen's birthdays honours list. Actress Emma, 59, is to be made a dame for her services to drama, and the remains of the day and Love Actually is described in the official Citizen Honours Committee as one of the UK's most versatile and celebrated actresses. She is joined by fellow actor Tom Hardy, who will receive a CBE, also for services to drama, whilst Pirates of the Caribbean star Keira Knightley will be given an OBE for services to drama and charity. Kenny, who managed Liverpool at the time of the Hillsborough disaster, will become Sir Kenny. The 67-year-old and his wife, the 67-year-old Gasween and his wife Marina have also helped raise millions of pounds for cancer treatment through the Marina Dalglish appeal after she successfully battled breast cancer. He jokingly said that at first he thought that the letter informing him of his knighthood was actually from the taxman. So Kenny added, "We only set out to do the best we possibly could, even though all the other stuff, the charity or Hillsborough, it was to help people because somebody helped us." And following a wave of terror attacks last year, former Assistant Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police, Mark Rowley, who led the national response, is honoured with a knighthood as well. Mike Haynes, the brother of aid worker David Haynes, who was murdered by Islamic State extremists, is made an OBE for his work against terrorism. There was controversy when it emerged the boss of network, Rowley, will receive a royal honour despite the widespread ongoing disruption for train passengers. There's a lot of uproar on that one. Billionaire Jim Ratcliffe, the boss of chemical company Ineos, who this year topped the Sunday Times rich list with 21.5 billion, receives a knighthood for services to business and investment. And we got Bournemouth and England striker Jermain Defoe. I'm glad he's getting something. Said he is blessed and humbled to be recognised with an OBE for services for the charitable foundation set up in his name. Defoe said he felt mixed emotions with the award coming almost a year after the death of 6-year-old football fan Bradley Lawyer. They're a really good connection, with whom they did have a special bond as the little boy battled a rare cancer. World heavyweight champion boxer Anthony Joshua is made an OBE for services to sport. And 20-year-old alpine skier Menna Fitzpatrick, Britain's most successful winter Paralympian, is the youngest on this year's list, picking up an MBE for services to Paralympic Winter Olympic sport. And there's rapper Miss Dynamite is honoured with an MBE for her contribution to music under her real name, Naomi McLean Daly. Was Mobo Awards founder Kenya King receives a CBE for services to music and culture. And Japan-born Nobel Prize winning author Kazu Ishiguro, sorry I can't pronounce the names, knighted for his service to literature, said he was deeply touched to receive this honour from the nation that welcomed me for a small foreign body. For his services to the British economy, creator of self-titled luxury perfume brand Joe Malone, who has since started what's that? So he's recently started a fragrance business, Joe Loves, is awarded a CBE. She's also recognised for the Great British Britain campaign, which encourages people to visit and invest in the UK. This is the best one out of all of them. Former Second World War nurse Rosemary Power, who is 103, is the oldest on the list, is made an MBE for voluntary service to the Royal British Legion, Poppy Appeal, having spent 97 years collecting for the charity. Holocaust survivor Beer Hefgott, also known as Ben, is knighted for services to the remembrance and education, one of nearly 3/4 of those of the honours list deemed to have undertaken outstanding work in or for their local community. In healthcare, Chief Scientific Officer for the NHS England Professor Susan Hill is made a dame as well for services to the 100,000 Neome project and to the NHS medicine. And there's also Nadeem Hatchek Haram, who's been awarded a BEM. Who else is there? There's also Veronica Donovan, who's a consultant midwife at Birmingham Women's and Children's NHS Foundation Trust. Is made at OBE for services to midwifery. While palliative cancer care specialist Deborah Smith receives a BEM for the services in services to nursing. And we've got Sister Imelda Paul, President of the European Anti-Trafficking Network RENATE, receives an MBE for services to combating modern slavery. And the one that isn't on this list, who I think should be on this list, is Linda Robson, for her contribute to charities, raising thousands of pounds for different charities, and for her 50 years in the show business. So next it's Prince Harry and Meghan was on the iconic balcony this morning, or this afternoon then, for the Trooping of the Colours. Meghan broke one of the important royal rules. She had her shoulders showing, which normally they should be covered. So I don't know whether that was, whether they asked the Queen if they can do that first. And last but not all, police arrested two men, an 18 and a 19 aged, police arrested two men aged 18 and 19 near the scene of a stabbing, and arrested a third man aged 58. Later that evening, they remain in custody still at South London police stations. All three were arrested on suspicion of attempted murder, while the 18-year-old was also held on suspicion of illegal possession of a firearm. The victim remains in hospital where his condition is no longer critical. So my thoughts go out to him and his family.